Tony D with a screenwriter's rant. Little Jones asleep on the couch, and this is Barbarian, a teaser trailer that is not what I expected. I expected a muscle dude with a sword lopping off heads, and instead, I get a slasher movie, I think. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's what? It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 9 available at Amazon.com. So, Tess rents a Airbnb, gets there, finds a guy in the house already. There's been some sort of mix-up. This is a very current setup to things. I feel like the people writing these movies now, because there's been more than one of these, live this kind of lifestyle. Oh, I'll just rent an Airbnb because I'm a hipster and I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, I have a huge problem with Airbnbs, actually. I've been in a couple before. They're not great all the time. It's kind of a weird situation, but anyhow, she rents an Airbnb, and then turns out the guy's there. He offers to let her stay for the night because the neighborhood's bad, which turns out not to even be true. So she stays there, and in the middle of the night, she gets woken up. The guy's name's Keith, and I don't know, she takes a picture of his driver's license and then goes to bed and wakes up because she hears somebody open the bedroom door and then run away. And, you know, this is a scary movie where some people never leave. So for whatever reason, she starts poking around the house looking for Keith, gets into the basement, opens a secret door, and then finds another secret door with a tunnel. And this is from The Grudge and the guy who produced It and The Ring. So you kind of know where this is going. And she ends up going down this long tunnel where Keith is, I don't know, chained up somehow. And he's screaming, help me, help me. And then I assume that either one or both of them is trapped in the house and now have to get out because some psychopath is playing with them. And you could pretty much write the rest, unfortunately. I mean, these movies bore the F out of me. And then this is the house. See, it's not really a bad neighborhood. Which leads me to believe Keith is in on it because look at this neighborhood, right? It doesn't look like anything. He's the one who says in the beginning of the trailer, oh, you know, it's a bad neighborhood. Maybe you ought to stay. So I think he's in on it. So they kind of give it away in the trailer. August 31st, if you want to see yet another variation on this. I don't know. It just, I mean, I played a game. Oh, what the hell was it called? It was a really good game where you play, your main character is on death row, and then they pretend to kill him, and then he wakes up in this town full of murderers, and he has to murder his way through, and he kills people with plastic bags and slivers of glass. It's a pretty brutal game. I forget what the hell it was called. But really well done, but just brutal like this, you know. Dirty mattresses, cameras, kind of thing. And some crazy psychopath is orchestrating this whole thing, yada, yada, yada. I mean, these movies just bore me. They just bore the F out of me. Because, yeah, are there some psychopaths out there with super intelligence who want to do this kind of stuff? I'm sure there's one or two of them. I don't think they're as common as movies would lead you to believe. It's just, and it's the same damn story, right? Oh, she went to the wrong house, and now they're gonna, you know, there'll be twists and turns, and it becomes less about an interesting plot so much as how many twists and turns can we jam in here to keep people off kilter until the movie ends, until the credits roll, right? And then the credits roll, and you're like, whoa, that was crazy. And then you get out of the theater and you start going, wait a minute, that didn't make any sense. Yeah, but they got your money, right? That's the way it kind of works, I think, with these movies. You know, they don't make any sense. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Look, again, there are psychopaths out there. You know, in Casino, Joe Pesci played a gangster. They were based, him and another guy, they were based on two brothers who actually killed people for their cars and the money in their wallet. And They actually did that and buried him in a cornfield. And they did that for a lot of people, like a crazy amount, like 3 dozen. Um, so it's not like they don't exist, but they're motivated by money. They're motivated by something other than, a bunch of thrills and chills for a omniscient person watching the event. You know what I mean? Like, these screenwriters always seem to orchestrate these events strictly to give you a thrill, and they're not based in enough reality to actually happen. And that's why I have a problem with them. And you got a movie called Barbarian. Let's see what the synopsis says. Maybe there's more. Oh yeah, okay. Synopsis. In Barbarian, a young woman traveling to Detroit for a job interview books a rental home, but when she arrives late at night, she discovers the house is double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the evening, but soon discovers there's a lot more fear than just an unexpected house guest. Yeah, not a lot of info there. So I'm not feeling there's a lot in this trailer. I'm not feeling there's a lot in this movie. It's called Barbarian. Like, I expect a guy, with muscles and a sword, slaying enemies, not some woman who gets caught up with another psychopath. Seems like the wrong title for a movie. It seems totally off. But first act, she arrives. It's all screwed up. It all looks kind of normal, but kind of odd. Guy talks her into staying for the night. Next thing you know, he's gone. She wakes up. Weird things are starting to happen. And instead of doing what normal people would do, which is get the F out, she decides to explore the house looking for this total stranger she just met. She goes and she looks, and turns out he's, I don't know, chained up behind 2 secret passages. I mean, once I found one secret passage, I think I would call the police. I think I would call the police and say, here's the deal. I went to this house. It was double booked. I would tell them the whole story. Please come here. Especially a woman, right? You're going to go plodding around a house with secret passages. I mean, either Keith's got it in for you or someone does. So call the cops. Get some cops over there. Get other people over there. And all this for a job interview? Why didn't she just stay in a hotel? Are there no hotels in Detroit? I guess Airbnbs are cheaper. I guess. I don't know. So she explores the house, and there's twists and turns. Like, Keith is chained up. Oh, but he's double-crossed her because he's really in on it. Or maybe he's not. And there's some other guy. And then, I don't know, people start getting killed. And then, will she get out of the house? Will she not? And there's lots of screaming. And then we get into the third act, and she finally figures out what the hell's going on. And she turns the tables, and she escapes. That would be my guess. And Barbarian refers to, I guess, the person doing all this, because they're a barbarian. This is not how barbarians act, but I don't know. It was the only movie I could find. What do you want from me? So, wrong title, bad plot, I think. It's not bad production value. I mean, they spent money on music. There was a song I recognized. It's not like they spent no money on this movie. Maybe there's more to it, because this is a teaser trailer, and they're trying not to give it away, but this isn't the way to market it, in my view. It's not, I am at least partly the audience for this, and I am really just underwhelmed by this. I'm really underwhelmed. The whole setup just seems off. Now, maybe there's an explanation in the movie for all these events. Oh, I had to rent a house because it's one of these interviews where, maybe it's somehow tied into the job. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe it turns out that's the job. Like, this is the process for the interview, and it's some crazy company that wants you to murder the other guy, and that's how they're going to keep you in line for the rest of the time in the company. That would be a cool twist at the end, but it's the wrong title. I'd call it like, something closer to the job interview. But then again, that gives away that surprise, right? I don't know. Barbarian's just a wrong. Oh, man, I hate that title for this. I mean, I like the title, but I hate it for this movie. It should be something about, I don't know. If you're not gonna, okay, you can't give away the job interview. Okay, so something about a strange house, something about going to Detroit, something about Airbnb. You couldn't use that title, but something like that. The rental, something like that. The rental house. That kind of would hit that mark. It is about the house. She's trapped in the house. That ties into the interview. Barbarian is just like, it's the wrong title. I guess that's what's throwing me. Maybe it's not fair to judge it by the teaser trailer. I don't know. Georgina Campbell is the star. It doesn't seem like the acting's bad. Only in theaters August 31st. So, I don't know. Maybe it provides some scares. Just not doing it for me. And that's it for me, Tony D. Little Jones on the couch. I'm going to get to the next video, and we'll see you in the next one.